Murakaza Neza. So all I want to say is welcome in my guest's language or home language, which I would say Gwanda. I mean, some people might want to say Rwanda, but the real pronunciation is Gwanda. So welcome, Jean-Luc, to the Rjay Speaks channel. And if you have not subscribed with the red button, please do so now so that you can get more notification for the upcoming exciting videos. Yes, so welcome Jean-Luc to the Rjay Speaks channel. So in everyone's journey, sometimes we all meet obstacles and we face certain challenges. And for some people, we look at these challenges and give up. But for others like Jean-Luc that I have with me here today, he did not give up. And we are all here to hear more about his journey so that we may take bold steps like he did. So Jean-Luc, the Rjay Speaks team is here to hear you out. So in a little introduction to us all, we are all ears. So Jean-Luc, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for welcoming me on Rjay TV channel. I'm Luc Mutabazi, as she said. I am a senior at University of Nebraska Lincoln. I am majoring in integrated science with minor in math. I am also pursuing actuarial science field by being committed to what about actuarial exams, as well as taking some technical skills regarding actuarial science exam on my own, so that I will be able to run a position in actuarial science.
Good introduction. So guys, should I say a fun fact about Jean-Luc is Jean-Luc passed exam FM, and it's one of the actuarial exams in the month of October, and he passed not being an actuarial science, major, or not being a math major, not a statistics major. And the fun fact, he's an integrated science major student, and he did it. And that's what is most motivating about this whole story. So Jean-Luc is here to motivate any one of us here that, everything is possible if you want to work hard towards it. So Jean-Luc, how does it feel? I'm so sorry I've spilled the bean already, but how does it feel, passing exam FM on your first attempt with little or no experience in actuarial science ever? How does it feel?
So it's full of joy, and it's something that feel like you are on light path. Sometimes people pursue a certain career and they feel like they are in long path because what they are pursuing, they are not succeeding or they're not getting what they want. But trying a big challenge and a big risk and go with it, once you get a little benefit from it or a little success, that's where you see you are in light path and give you a strength of keep going. So just when I started, I was insecure that I can be able to pass it because I was
I can understand.
Pass rate is 40%, and all those people they have their major. They are already in the actuarial science major. Some of them are masters in math or statistics, and I only have one class of math before I exam. So I was not confident, but I did what it takes. And when I passed it, I thank God because of it's a miracle, and it showed me I give the strength that I can do it, and this is what I have. This is my career, and this is my freedom. I have to go with this one.
So would you say what was your study habits like? Did you have to put in so much effort? I know it's a rumor that to write an exam, sometimes you should have clocked around over 200 hours of studies, or sometimes over 300 hours of studies. It varies from person to person. So how was your study habits like? Were you always on it, morning, afternoon, evening? Did you find quizzes, exams, practice exams, and any study tools that helped you?
Honestly, these actual exam, they are very serious. Because when I started, I could say most of the materials I was starting from the scratch. So like I had to start very hard because like I have to learn the stuff from scratch. And like I was kind of afraid. So when I started but it was taking them in the summer and I was very busy with other stuff like internship, have some summer classes, have some other jobs to do. But like I was like, I'm very determined. I know like I have to do this. I was changing my mind about like I have to just give all I have for this. So
Nice.
what really helped me I just use the coaching actually, which is very, very, very good. Like because teach you everything from scratch.
Right.
Like whether you studied like the that degree, whether you studied that in the class, when you go to coaching actually, like they teach you everything you can know about the material. And they have a good strategy of so I always test myself for the assignments. I make sure like I just like every section have the assignment. So I know how I know like the pass. And the other advantage because I was involved in IABA FM bootcamp, which really helped me a lot because it make me keep being kept on the track as like I was studying with other peers who we have like the same dedication and the same goals.
Good. I think I like the part that you were doing your best, to make sure or to give it your all so that you make sure you pass. And I like your sincerity and talking about the fact that you were insecure. And I think that's very true because day in, day out, you find people who really want to, get into something, but they feel limited or they feel like they're not good enough. Maybe you are a math major, you want to go into journalism and you feel like maybe you can't speak or you're bad at public speaking, but you don't allow these limitations to limit you, but you go in for it, give it your best and learn to know what do you need to know, so you can bridge the gap and be a better person. So I must say that was a great point to have shared. And I would say, what is your real source of motivation? Like, what really motivates you? So, what's the one thing that motivates you to do this?
So basically, I could just pass through a little bit about my history or my background, how I grow. So when I grow, like I enjoy math, answering math. I could say since my elementary school until I graduated high school, I was always topper in math course. I was not topper in the whole course for the whole my academic career, but like I was always topper in the math. So that gave me like a motivation from my peers, and I always do the coaching for math to my colleagues in holidays. So I'm for that, I like to analyze stuff. And some of my friends could tease me, I'm like, can you stop your analysis? Like just everything's on science, like everything's on analysis, just chill. So I was the person who like to analyze stuff, like make some predictions, stuff like that. But it was not that applicable until I got to know like what is actual science, because I was finding a major or a career where I can be able to apply my skills and my strength as well as my passion, but I couldn't find it and I was like in wrong path. But when I found actual science, I found like it's everything I need. Like it's
Wow.
my passion, it's my strength, and after passing FM, I know like I can do it. When I started, I was like maybe it's my passion and my strength, but I'm not sure if I can do it. But after passing FM, it gave me the clue that I can do it. So that's kind of my motivation because like it's combined everything I need, like passion, strength, and my future. So that's enough motivation. Like it's just always I have to go with like I have to learn skills, learn materials, search information, bring network, all those stuff, like they combine that, like I enjoy them and I can see like they will brighten my future.
Then I think it will be the right time for us to say thank you, Actuarial Science.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, I couldn't agree less. And so I know people do that and people, try to say, okay, they found themselves through a career or in the process. And I think for most people, it's always like that. For the majority of people, even with doing undergrad studies, are not so sure what they really want to do, even for life or for a career. But it takes time, it takes processes. For some people, it has to take failing in something for you to know you have to be good at that. And if you've not watched my episode on I failed medical school twice, go and watch it and you get to understand, the whole blizzardness of failure. Sometimes you have to fail at something and get to know that, okay, that was not meant for you. You have to venture into something else. And sometimes failing at something does not mean it does not belong to you. It just means you might not know something which you need to succeed and you have to learn some lessons from it. So you might have failed an exam. It does not mean you're a bad student. It just means you didn't know enough. And now it's time for you to learn and continue the journey. And for some people, to fail means they have to try some different path. You're gonna understand the whole concept of failure if you go watch that video. I failed medical school twice. And I believe, Jean-Luc, in this journey, in most journeys, there come challenges. So what would you say was one of your biggest challenge, even like with starting this actuarial career? What's one of the challenges? Humans, in every endeavor, academics, this not just for actuarial science students, but in any form of like career, academics, lifestyle, relationship, there comes challenges, and it's up to you to embrace the challenge in the right way and overcome it, or just retreat or surrender. So for Jean-Luc, did you face any form of challenges, and how did you go about this challenge?
So like I could say like as we are just talking about actual science, like let me just, there are a lot of challenges that I met like in my real life, and they keep coming, and like we learn from challenge. And I also like actual science career because like it's more about challenges. I love challenges because challenges make you who you are. So like I could say like in actual science, like when I was just like preparing for FM, there was a time that I made some difficulties like, and like I spent like 3 weeks like without studying because like I was like handling other stuff, and like I felt like I was behind. I was really
Okay.
behind. So like even when I was in the boot camp, like I could see like I was very behind, and like I found like before like I have a plan of the level I have to reach before I do the exam. And like in last month, I was on that, like I wasn't even not even close. And I was like, if I don't make it, I would feel like I lost everything. Like all the sacrifice I did, like would be of waste. So like the last month of like of my preparation for exam, that's when I did a lot of stuff. That's when I invest a lot of time. Like I put everything aside. And like I can do this. So like I just like spend a lot of time like just like going with that one. Also like that's one part, and like I could say like it came out good. So the other one like in actual science field, you fit like a lot of challenges like right currently because I'm application like applying for like internship and jobs. I meet a lot of challenges during that, like some like interviews, like they could just like pass like one round or couple rounds and they fail the other one. You could like have even been rejected with the company which you feel like it was the easiest one. Like, oh, that's challenging. Like sometimes like you can just get hired or like I get like maybe an interview for a big company, and you wonder like why did the small company like just like reject you, stuff like that. So like those are like the
Oh,
challenges
that's
that like
funny.
I'm facing like nowadays. But like after that, I found like wait, like why am I still applying? Like I'm still using the same resume and what? So what I
Right.
cannot do right now, I cannot take a time off for application all the stuff just for reflecting on myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a to
Very,
see
very important.
to just like check what's wrong, like why does this thing like is not working. Some people like they keep getting the same like call and keep getting like some like a same feedback, and they never
Mm-hmm.
ever reflect on themselves. So I
Right.
can take time off, and right nowadays like I'm just like okay, I'm like maybe like I kind of find like where was the problem. So right now I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on that problem and I'm
Mm-hmm.
solving it, and I'm sure like it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be being like a disaster. I'm sure of that
Right.
one. I'm like very sure of that one. Yeah.
That's very true. And me being on a series of explaining what failure is and how people can sail through failure and come up with hope again. I think that's one of the most important points everyone has to learn. When you keep doing the same things and getting the same results,
Yeah.
and you're wondering why it's not working, sometimes it's because you've not learned a certain lesson. There's
Yeah.
something you need to know so that you win, and you don't know, and that's why you keep failing. But it necessarily does not mean you're a failure. It just means you've not learned something in the way that you should learn. And I think that's one of the most important lessons every human should learn, how to live by that in every area. It's not necessarily like academics, or not necessarily. It applies to everything, your relationship with people, your career, everything. When you realize you're doing the same thing and failing all the time, you need to take time and assess yourself and get to understand what is the problem and what is wrong, and try to solve the issue. So that's an amazing point out there. So to wrap things up, Jean-Luc, I know after passing, so congratulations, passing exam FM, and I know because we've been speaking that you're planning and preparing for exam P as well. And all the best with that and good luck. But do you have what are your plans, after exam FM, exam P? What are your plans for the year or for the remaining time of the career? And you're a senior, so you're graduating very soon. And congratulations in advance from Rjay.
Thank you.
So what are your plans after? Do you mind sharing? What are your
All
plans?
right. So like as I told you, like I kind of like I did like a time of reflection, time off, like just like to know what's going on, like what's wrong, what I can do. I came up for the solution. Like right now, in like actually everyone who's in actuary, like I could recommend that one. There is like a group, a community called like Actuary Accelerator Community.
Okay.
So like it's a community of actuaries like who are in different levels. Some of them like might be like passing the first exam, second exam, they are doing the job. Like every like level of actuary like the entire community, and like they have a group that can help each other. But the other part of that, they have like a website which involves like some like technical skills that are required with on actuarial science. And
Okay.
those skills, they have like actual science project aligned with those skills. So
Okay.
as someone who didn't have any actual science internship or job experiment, I didn't have opportunity to just face an actual case, actual like project. So like currently, like I'm working to breeding technical skills that can make me a top candidate for actual science. So
Okay.
that like if I have those skills we add with my exam, I will be able like I will be like a tremendous asset for any company. And I will know like if the company rejects me, they will be the one who gonna be lost, not me gonna be lost. So,
So companies, please come out for Jean-Luc so you don't run a loss. I
all
mean,
right. So like I
it's
was
just on
saying,
the
like
right
right now I'm
candidate.
working on the technical skills that I know with actual science because they involve like both programming and like all the program needed, and they directly committed with like actual science project, which is very good and very exciting. And I'm also working with my exam P that I want to just like sit on it like a son. After that, I'll just like want to set up on Capstone and just find the jobs so that like I will be able like to keep pushing like the other exams while I'm already in freed and why I'm enjoying the freed and like enjoying my hard work.
Okay, so are you graduating in spring, like this spring
Yes,
2022? Okay, so you're open for internships, so
and
in the
jobs.
summer and full-time job.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So companies, please, he's open to internships and full-time jobs. And losing him, if you're lost, and you are just joking, it's on a lifetime note. Trust me. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jean-Luc Mutabazi. I got the name right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your experience. And guys, don't always look at the limitation to anything you set out to do. So with any plan you want to do or anything you want to accomplish, maybe you want to be a medical doctor, you want to be an actuary, you want to be a wife, you want to be a husband, they are all goals too. I mean, so you want to do anything, set up a company. Sometimes, the limitations look you in the face, just like that. And you might be filled with some form of insecurity and might feel not enough for it, but you have to go for it. But before you go for it, you have to take some time, reflect, and know what you need for this journey of success. And trust me, everything is possible, irrespective of your faith. Everything is possible. You need to have the right. Come again?
I said, your future is in your hands.
You need to believe right and know the right information. I mean, God got you all. So thank you so much, guys. And if you have not subscribed, this is the time to subscribe to the channel down there. Thank you, Luc. That red stuff, click it. I mean, like, click it, like click it now. Click and put on your notification bell so that every other video we release will come straight into your notification. Thank you so much, guys, for having us. So it's a bye from Jean-Luc and Rjay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.